Hey Steve, obviously we're sitting here with you and Connie today outside Muscleworx Studio. Connie's in her last week of the program. It's done phenomenal, and we'll talk to her about that in a minute. But one of the things that Connie had an issue with was panic attacks, and I want you to talk about how the program here at Muscleworx, what it's done for her, and as far as improving your life with her. What are some of the things that you've noticed?
Well, for one thing, she has a lot more self-confidence. And that helps anybody. And panic attacks have just pretty well dwindled down to nothing. Anxiety, from a panic attack is terrifying at times. And naturally, you're going to have more self-confidence, and you're going to be in a better mood, and more receptive, and more jovial, and more positive, just generally.
Great. Do you think that it's improved your life, even though you haven't been here as part of the exercise? I know you have some health issues too, but I know Connie shared with me that you've gone out and started walking some with her and all.
Oh, yes.
And I'm sure that's improved your heart disease, right?
Yes. Well, she's brought a lot of the information home that she's learned here, and has passed it on to me. So I've got my own live-in personal trainer now.
That's not boding well for my business, but it works. Connie, how about you? Okay, obviously we're in week 16. Day one. You started out at, and I know this sounds crazy because it seems like it's just repetitive. If you look at the pictures on my website, I know we talked about it when you first walked through the door. You were the typical average size for a female when you came in the door. You were size 14, correct?
Right.
And you're a size what now?
Size 6. That's what it says on the little label.
Size 6. And it's kind of funny. I mean, I don't promise everybody a size 6, but it is kind of funny that a lot of the women end up coming from a 14 or 18 down to a 4 or 6. Mm-hmm. Obviously there are some differences in structure, but you're a fairly petite woman. We did your measurements this morning. We got 6 inches off of your waist.
6 inches off the waist.
So we're talking about in sizes. What is a 14 down to a 6? What is that, 4 or 5 sizes?
Yeah, it usually goes like 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, stuff like that. When you're looking at women's sizes, junior sizes, it goes 7, 9, 11, 13, so on. So yeah, you're looking at about 4 or 5 sizes.
Okay, great. Well, you tell me. I mean, we heard from Steve how what you've done has improved your life, and I know there's a huge difference in how you are now versus how you were when we first started training. I know there were a lot of tears at times, and I know that had to do with probably the anxiety. And I am tough at times. I do realize that, to start off with. But tell me how you feel now. What are your thoughts on the program?
It's changed my life. It's totally changed my life. I'll tell anybody that. I do tell anybody that. I tell everybody that. You are what you eat. If you don't eat correctly, it's just you're just going to feel miserable. I seriously believe that most of the drugs could be taken out of people's lives if they just exercised a little bit and they started eating commonsensically, because that's all it takes. And it's so simple, and it's changed my life dramatically, because I had no life. I really had no life there. This time last year, I was telling him that he would have to put me away because I thought I was losing my mind. And then I found out that my diet had a lot to do with it. And what I was eating was clashing with whatever was going on in my body. And whenever I quit eating the junk that literally irritated my system, it was just like a whole new person. That and the exercise program and the confidence and everything was just, it's phenomenal. It's just changed my life. It's given me a life back.
Now, did you find it hard? I mean, I know one of the things I tell a lot of people is we don't diet.
No, you don't diet.
And I don't think that, I've always kind of said that's a bad word here.
It's turned into a nasty word. It's turned into a nasty 4-letter word. Diet. And it's not a diet. It's a change of diet. Yeah. It is a change of life. It's I mean, no one can live on chocolate cake 24/7,
Right.
but a lot of people do.
Now, did you feel deprived? I know there was a couple of times that you came in and Johnny Walker was your best friend, but yeah. Did you feel deprived at all?
Oh, every once in a while, whenever he would sit down and he would go, this is a wonderful blueberry cheesecake, Danish, and I look at him like, you dog, you. But no, not really. Not really, because I loved everything I was eating.
Right.
See, if you don't like vegetables or anything, then you're going to feel, oh God.
But did you notice that your taste changed as it went along, and some of the things that maybe you didn't eat prior to you garnered a taste for, and it was much different?
Oh yeah, I could sit down and eat half a pack of Chip Ahoy's chocolate chip cookies, and now if I take 2 bites of one, I'm like, oh my God, how rich this is. It's just
right, and it's a completely different.
Well, you're educating your taste buds again.
Right.
Basically what you're doing. You're
Right.
educating your taste buds. And the whole thing since I walked in here, day one till now, has been an education.
Good.
It's been absolute education. And it's been fantastic because I learned a lot of things I didn't know. I would never have thought. Because you get these preconceptions, you get this stuff piled in your head, people telling you, this is good for you, that's not good for you, eat this, don't eat that, don't do this, don't do that. And then you come in here and you realize that a lot of it's just garbage.
Right. How shocked were you by some of the things you found out nutritionally, like with the nutritional labels, and how much they actually are false?
Well, you're sitting there, you're reading this, and you're thinking, well, these educated people have put this on here, and they know what they're talking about. And then you look, and it's like, I mean, this is a ripoff. So yeah, it's. I was really shocked about it. I was. But if you look at what it's just marketing techniques.
Exactly.
It's all it is marketing techniques. And if you look at it and you take the marketing techniques away, take all that little information on the side panel away, and just look at the product, common sense will tell you most of the time whether this is good for you or whether it isn't.
Well, it's amazing how much stuff is labeled fat-free and it's actually 100% fat.
Exactly. I mean, it's like, come on, give me a break.
Right. So, Steve, do you think that you guys' investment was worth it?
Definitely.
Good.
Definitely.
Good.
And she remarked about she liked all the things that eating the veggies and everything, and getting away eating natural veggies instead of this canned crap. And I've learned my eating habits have changed too.
Right.
And I've learned a lot. I've tried a lot of things I hadn't tried before because I had this concept that I didn't like them, and after I tried them, I found out that they were pretty good.
Right. Well, I know too, with your heart disease and stuff, that sleep has been an issue with you.
Yes.
Do you find that when you've gone several days eating, kind of the way Connie's eating, do you find that you're able to rest a little bit better? I know sleep is still an issue with you, and that's understandable with some things you've got going on, but do you feel like maybe your energy levels have increased some just kind of by default?
Something happened Saturday morning. That's the farthest I'd walked since I had my problem. I was aware of my problem. And we blocks long.
We walked a total of 42 blocks.
I walked 42 blocks and rested twice. Once for about 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, and another couple minutes.
And that was about 2 minutes. And 42 blocks. That's as far as I've walked.
Well, and beach blocks are not like city blocks. You can walk forever and not find a block at the beach. So.
Well, now, the blocks over there are quite large at Oak Island, and they're much bigger than they are here at Carolina Beach. And
Now tell them how good you felt when you got in.
I was, once I got in, got cooled off and got some water, I felt totally energized. And it reminded me of the old saying, we're not batteries, we can't store energy, but we can generate it. And it generated energy for me, and I felt better the whole day.
Great. Well, I appreciate you guys talking to me. Steve, I appreciate you coming by. I'm glad we've had a positive impact on your life too.
Oh, yes. I'd recommend anybody.
And hope that you keep going. I know Connie's going to stay on your butt about it, and Connie, you and I have a date with Destiny inside the gym here, so let's get going, okay?
No problem.